All right.
Okay, y'all.
We're back.
So you know I definitely got something
Lord.
to say. Go ahead. Listen, I definitely believe age, race, and gender will be a factor, but they won't be major factors, and I'm saying this because...
Hold on. We gotta clarify the question first.
Go ahead, clarify the question.
All right. The question, for all y'all not quite sure if you call it, the question is basically, as this being a historical election for the issues of race, age, and gender, just we want to make sure that, see how those issues are going to impact this election and whether or not those things are going to be the sole reasons for why people will vote or not vote and how exactly they impact. Just another reminder, the number to call in is 314-935-9303. Go ahead, bro.
And I'm going to put in my little 2 cents and say race, age, and gender will have something to do with the election results, but they won't be as impactful as I think people believe, because had race been an issue in the first place, Barack wouldn't even got here. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
We're only 12% of the black
Seems like we have a caller coming in.
State your name.
Hello, caller.
Hey, everybody. This is Zoe.
Hey, Zoe. What's up?
Hey, guys. I'd like to say, first off, I think you guys are doing a great job. I'm very excited about this premiere and this season to come. And on the question at hand, I think that it's very refreshing to see so many WashU students talk about actual policies, because I feel like a lot of people like to jump on bandwagons and buy into hype when they don't really know what the issues are. So that was very refreshing. But I do think that it's a little naive to think people won't consider race, gender, or age within this election, because as everyone has said, it is a very historical one. And whether we want to admit it or not, our biases and preconceived notions will affect, even if just subconsciously, our tendencies towards one candidate or another. So with that said, although we have inclinations towards certain people because of similarities we may have to them, I think it's important to always put the issues first as the priority.
All right. Thanks for calling, Zoe.
Thanks, Zoe.
Okay.
All right, back to what I think. So I'm going to say those things do have somewhat of an impact, but had race, something like race, been the major factor in who's going to vote for who, Barack would have never made it this far in the first place. So I think they matter to a select few people, but in general, people want change. And you could tell that when a candidate like McCain, who's been in for 26 years, all of a sudden starts changing his rhetoric from, being 90% supporting what Bush, 90% of the laws Bush passed, he agrees with, to last night, the other night, I heard him talk about change and trying to take all Barack Obama's rhetoric from change to being bipartisan, when all them other 20 years, none of that was on his agenda.
I mean, I will have to say that back in 2000, McCain was a maverick. McCain was definitely a Republican that was willing to cross party lines on a reasonable number of issues, specifically issues like campaign reform and lobby reform, stuff like that. But it seemed like as time kept coming up for the election, he continually made more of a conservative push in order to pull those kind of votes and kind of close ranks and follow party lines. So my worry more with him is the fact that even if he is quote unquote for change, I don't think he's strong enough behind this idea, and he'll very easily fall back into the politics that we've always having to be dealing with.
And that's a good point.
Also, if you have anything to say, just call in 314-935-9303. I'm just going to put another point of view out there. I was listening recently to one of my friends at home. He's a really, really strong Republican. So he was basically saying his point of view was, at least, not only does he agree with what McCain and Bush and all of them have to say, he's, like I said, he's a very strong Republican. But he was saying that at least you know what you're getting with McCain. He was saying that with Barack, he changes his views too much. So
do we know what we're getting with McCain? Anyway,
so we have a caller.
We have a caller.
Hi, it's Sweet Tea.
What up, Sweet Tea? Step away from that television. You look feedback, you know what I'm saying?
Sorry.
Need some better cell phone reception, too.
Okay.
What's up, Sweet Tea?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, no. More TVs? Okay.
Verizon.
All right, I just wanted to say, Karel, what are you talking about? Do you live in America? First off, you know that at the end of the day, that is the first thing on people's mind. Policy, whatever, people do not care. They are first and foremost thinking about issues of race and gender.
Okay. She getting at you.
It's America. We are built on
like, hating on people because of race and gender. We're not going to stop today or tomorrow or anytime soon. And I also don't think we should lose sight of the whole Bradley effect situation, which happened when there was a white guy. He was doing really well in the race for some type of really important political office. And then the night before, they put in all these subliminal messages about how black people are apes and how they're so inferior. Like, I mean, let's not even doubt that McCain and them will try to throw a little tactic in there under the rug at the last minute to play the white people's racist sensibilities. And not just white people's, but everybody, because there are black people as well who don't think that a black man is qualified enough to run our country. So that's pretty much all I have to say.
Okay, Sweet Tea, you entitled to your opinion, even though I didn't hear half of it. But
shout outs to Mayor Kilpatrick. We got your bail money soon, dog. We coming for you.
Free
Coming
Kwame.
for you.
All right. Anyway, I would say people like to always bring up the point that Barack Obama hasn't been in as long as John McCain.
Barack
But I won't say the amount of time you have in necessarily means you have quote unquote experience, because in the 20 plus years McCain's been in, what exactly has he done except try to get Martin Luther King holiday revoked? And now I'm saying those type of things. Like what positive has he done in Arizona? Now I'm saying Barack,
Created more POWs.
if he's talking about change, what has he been doing for the past 20 years? Like, all of a sudden, you want to change stuff. And the other thing I want to say is people say, at least you know what you're getting. I really don't think so. Because in terms of flip-flopping, McCain is actually flip-flopped than all other candidates in this campaign.
McCain went from McCain the maverick, the middle person, all the way over to the other side. McCain the staunch Republican. But, I mean, let's get into this next caller.